What's up, people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I just got finished watching prime time and game time, and all of us Cowboy fans, we're missed. We're pissed. We're crying it out. We're mad. We're angry. We're sad. We're going through all the stages of grief right now, and it just is what it is. Don't act like we haven't been here before. And now all the craziness is now coming up where everybody's got their ideas on what to do to fix the Cowboys. The Cowboys dump Dak and get Derek Carr. Some people literally are saying, give Carr that defense Dak got, and Carr would be a problem. Also saying, go get Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers will get you a deep run. Um, you know, let me ask a question here. When you go to your job, and I don't know what you do for a living, when you go to your job, is every single day your best day of working? Or do you have some days that you make mistakes? Are you perfect every single time? So, is there quality control at your job so when somebody makes a mistake, somebody else helps to take up the slack? Or if you're sick, is there somebody else to come in and to be able to help out on the job to make sure that the company succeeds? Well, see, this is the thing that we think about football players and stuff that's different. They're like us too. They have good games and bad games. Thing is, you have to be able to have enough people to make up for when there's bad games. Interesting thing, Twitter is all about the conspiracy theories. I saw Space Cowboy retweeted a tweet, which kind of makes a little bit of sense because if you remember how we all said, and I remember saying it, are the Cowboys setting Mike McCarthy up for failure so we can bring in Sean Payton? Because you looked at it and said, not only did they get rid of Amari Cooper, but they also got rid of Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson, who, mind you, would have been the number 2 receiver in yardage, including our tight ends, this year with his numbers he had last year. They also got rid of him. When you look at a team like, of course, the Eagles, and shout out to them for doing, hey, I troll me. By all means, troll me because you guys, you earned the right to. They went out and they got themselves a number 1 receiver. We went out and we got rid of a number 1 receiver, a number 3 receiver, and we brought back a broke down 3rd receiver. We ended up kind of setting ourselves up for failure. Now, to the credit, most weeks, when Dak was on his game and perfect, we succeeded. But it ended up being the same scenario we had with Tony Romo, that there's no margin for error because there's nobody else to take up the slack. And we believe that there is somebody out there who can do that. And now apparently people think Derek Carr is the guy that can do that. We're so ready. Oh, get Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray couldn't even make it through the season, much less get away from the damn PlayStation. But did the Cowboys think that this was a rebuilding year? We got a very young roster. We got all these draft picks. We'll get rid of the high-priced talent. We'll have a bad season. We'll bring in Sean Payton, and we'll start over. But the Dallas Cowboys, did they pull a major league? Did they end up playing above what they thought they were going to do and mess up the plan? Interesting theory. Interesting theory when you think about it, because we all figured you got a washed running back in Zeke Elliott. You don't have any wide receivers. The offensive line is in transition. We're not signing any free agents. We signed Ryan Null and James Washington and Dante Fowler. Those were the players we signed before training camp as free agents, after letting go all the people we let go. So is it a stretch to say that the Cowboys screwed up the plan? Kind of feels like it now. That the more I talk to myself, the more it feels like maybe that was the plan and the Cowboys screwed it up. Listen, what we have to do is stop saying we're going to win or lose solely through Dak Prescott's arm. If Dak Prescott is your leading rusher in a game, you're not going to win it. You're not going to win it. He's not Lamar Jackson. The thing we have to do is forget about destroying the team and starting all over. You got Dak. This is what you got to work with, okay? You got to MacGyver it. You got to go out and say, I need this and this and this to help. I need my offensive line to be more like the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, one of the best in football. I need running backs that instead of getting 4 yards, when there's a lane that if you have a burst, you can take it to the house. I need the running back that can do that. I need the tight end who can be a security blanket, that doesn't drop passes, that can be the release valve for Dak Prescott when the shit breaks down. And that I need wide receivers that aren't on one leg. Wide receivers that aren't Clifford Franklin. That wide receivers that can get separation so that Dak Prescott doesn't have to throw the ball in this much space in double coverage. Maybe we've tried everything else. How about saying, Jerry Jones, you're getting old. You got more miles behind you than you got in front of you. You got more money than you know what to do with. Why not just finally say, you know what? I said I'll write a check. I'll write a check for what it'll take to get to the Super Bowl. Why don't you write that check? Push it all in. Spend some money. Get those pieces. Do like the Eagles. Do like the Rams. Do like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Push all those in. Get that last ride, that last roundup. Get that ring. And if it doesn't work, blow it up and start all over. By that time, Dak Prescott's contract's gone. And you can release him. There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved. I'll be on live in about 30 minutes. I don't know if this video will be up there or not before then. Maybe afterwards. You know, people say you do a lot of videos, but there's a lot of shit that goes on, especially up here in my head. And when I see something crazy like Cowboy fans want Derek Carr, you got to respond to that. Are you crazy or just plain stupid?